Konnichiwa, Shoga-Gun. I'm joined here today, as usual, by Eli, the Norse god of dead chicken's clever name.
Hi.
And we have a guest star today, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Oh, hey, everybody. Well, I don't have a clever name, but I'm Seb Ford from Top 5 Skyrim Mods of the Week.
The illustrious Seb Ford, as you've been called.
The illustrious?
Yes.
God, I need to get that one worked into my show as well.
It has been one time. That's where I got it from.
Oh, jeez. Well, then I need to bring it back.
Yes, bring that back.
I can.
That'll go with your hijacked hashtag.
Yes, well, I was checking that just before. It looks like BLAD is becoming a Skyrim-themed hashtag now.
Wonderful.
I'm really glad that that's working out.
So let's go on with mod number 1, and if I look over here, yeah,
I've done this mod before. I know what this mod is.
You have, and this is the Kevin VANNORD'S Tools of the Trade. Eli, if you would read part of the description. I made the description way too long. By the way, I made this mod.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, this is kind of long. Alright. The great Dovahkiin Kevin VANNORD, rumored to have the ability to alter the very fabric of Skyrim, has left his followers a great and powerful sword.
Yeah, so here's the Kevin Van sword. Oh my, it seems to have decided to tell me I'm holding nothing. I've got some new additions to this mod that were not on it when you showcased it.
Alright.
One of them is actually not even on the Steam Workshop yet, partially because I wanted to show it on this show first, partially because it occasionally causes the game to crash.
Yeah, that'll happen. If I remember this sword right, it basically goes at about 3 times the speed of any normal sword, is that right?
Yes. It's just making my camera go absolutely wacky. Here's the thing I updated. In your episode, it didn't explode.
No.
And in fact, I've made it explode regardless of if you have explosive chickens now. But
okay,
the trade-off is it's not a spiritual chicken. That was the problem. The whole,
I did like the spirital chicken, but, you know, conjuring a real one is closer to my heart, so I'm good for that.
So
people are dying.
Oh, wait. Chicken, there he is.
Chicken, I see the chicken.
No, he's too busy attacking Lydia. I'll have to attack the chicken for him.
I think you've left your chicken too loyal to the Imperials.
There we go. It explodes.
Yeah. That is one very explosive chicken, I'll give you that.
Yes. Alright. Essentially, if this works properly, which nothing else has so far, but let's see.
No, but I believe in you.
There we go.
Oh, perfect.
I shoot exploding chickens from my mouth. The third word, which was 100 chickens originally, but it wasn't giving me the launching power I wanted. So now it's the damage of 100 chickens, the range of 10 because I was getting hit across Whiterun, like from across Whiterun. And the impact force of 1,000 chickens.
Is that not a game-breaking shout? I'm thinking back to the times where I spawned chickens, and anything up above 100, you're dicing with death.
Actually, I found that the shout has not crashed my game. There is the full power of Chicken's Might. Did you notice anything when we were flying, Seb?
Yeah, it looks to me like I recognize your character.
Yes, it's not our usual character. This is the mighty Kevin VANNORD.
That's the man himself.
Yes. So, Eli, care to explain why we are playing as Kevin VANNORD right now?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the mod is Familiar Faces.
Yes. The second mod is Familiar Faces. Basically what that does is allows you to import characters from one save file into another as NPCs. So we're currently Kevin VANNORD so that we can bring him on over to our normal save file. I wanted to start rating the mods as we go, Eli, because normally I realize the ending is a little boring. So, Kevin VANNORD'S Tools of the Trade. Do you think we should keep it?
Well, yeah, I think if we just ever need a general all-purpose OP weapon,
or just an extremely OP shout, or if we ever just really want to crash Skyrim,
yeah,
with a single spell.
Or if you ever need to get somewhere very quickly, you can sort of just...
Well...
But it doesn't matter where.
Alright, so let's use our portal stone, and you can't equip it, as it happens, but you can teleport with it by attempting to. I like to think that you're just kind of putting the portal stone on your head when you try to equip it. Like, maybe I can use it as a hat. And it seems that Kevin Van Nord has already been exported into this, but I'm going to update the tome because now he has the Kevin Van sword. Sometimes little glowy versions of your equipment will fly off into the room. Now it's time to load up Voldak Ockrid, our character, if I can find him. There he is. I think 3 is my favorite set, but it might be 4. No, 3 is the stick. 4 is the hammer. Oh gosh, I accidentally hit E and teleported back. What have I done? No, Kevin, come back!
It's okay. He is brooding, and he will not depart that place for many years yet. You have plenty of time.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to forcibly teleport him into my Skyrim, so...
That works even better.
He will have to leave his brooding spot.
That's okay. He's been known to teleport while brooding. In fact, he does a lot of stuff while brooding. Sleeps, kills, eats, broods, in fact. Broods upon other things while he broods.
He's very good at multi-brooding, I've heard.
Yes.
There is one mod here that I'm actually keeping secret from Eli. He doesn't even know what the 5th mod is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh. It doesn't have anything to do with skeletons, does it?
Eli, I am going to try my darndest not to give you a reason to sing that song in this recording session. Alright, so let's make him... I feel like male brute is the most logical choice for Kevin.
I think male brute's what we went for, but then again, we didn't check all of them.
Male brute brooding.
Or male bruting.
I like that. Male brood. Is he going to shout? If he's going to use the chicken shout, he's just going to be launching himself all over your Skyrim.
That's right. He will be using shouts. I had forgotten about that tiny fact. That was probably the most irritating thing about making the Dragon Age characters. For example, as... who was it? I want to say I was Wynn, and making Wynn. And because she's like... You know, she's a mage who's in good standing with the Chantry. I figured, you know what, let's do some of the goddess missions, like the missions for helping the temples and stuff. And I did the one for Debella where you have to rescue the little girl from the Forsworn, and brought her dad along, and I had Ogren in my party, and he kept lighting her dad on fire.
Whoops. I think what you've done is you've just designed Skyrim's first arsonist.
Yes.
Which is a feat in and itself.
Yeah.
And maybe that needs to be a mod standalone. It's like Skyrim Arsonist. He just runs an NPC whose sole job is to burn things.
Yeah. I feel like that might go well with Fire and Ice Overhaul.
Yeah, I think it would. If you're like, alright, I'll just swing by Riverwood just to go, pick up some bits and pieces from the trader, and oh, I see, it's on fire.
The arsonist must be nearby.
Yeah.
Or he lit this place on fire a while ago, and Fire and Ice Overhaul just doesn't put out fires ever.
Would he have an antithesis? Would he have like an anti-hero, or I guess whatever the opposite of that would be? Who goes around...
maybe a second mod that adds a firefighter who just goes around freezing his fires.
Yeah, who covertly goes around as well, putting out fires. But not just his fires, he puts out like campfires as well.
Yes. So, as sort of an introduction into my world, I feel like I should do something he's comfortable with and he's familiar with. I'm going to go to Valtheim Towers and have him decapitate some bandits.
He's pretty good at that. I've seen him do it once or twice before. We have an interesting rule on Skyrim, which is that, we'll add as much blood and gore, but we won't swear.
I try not to swear also because... My main channel, Ginger Ninja, is it's a PG channel.
The reason why it was hammered home for me to stay to keep it clean was actually on a visit to Australia. Someone tapped me on the arm, and he couldn't have been older than about 9, and was like, "Oh, I like the show," and then I was like, "Oh God, I've got to make sure I never cuss ever again."
there don't seem to be any bandits here. But luckily, I've prepared a batch for that. I've prepared batches for all kinds of things.
Awesome.
So Kevin would just be so kind as to follow me down here.
He doesn't generally obey orders, but he seems to be playing along for now.
He understands that there will be blood if he follows me.
There you go.
They don't seem to want to attack me. Maybe
They're basking in the awe of the greatness.
if I do...
Oh.
I forgot I had the chicken shout equipped on him, too. You know, I find that generally Karthspire is a good place to find some people who want to kill you. For some reason, even after you break their king out of jail and set him free to wreak havoc on the Reach, most Forest-Born camps seem to despise you.
I found them to be inconsistent and unreliable as a people.
So it seems Kevin has done a great job of just clearing out this fort. I claim this fort for my own.
Have you considered equipping him with the Kevin Van sword just in case?
He is not equipping it for some reason, but I can force him to. And there it is. On to mod number 3 then. So
All right.
I'm going to head down to Riverwood.
I feel like we slowly terrorize the occupants of Riverwood. We just give them a hellish life to lead.
So, Seb, would you like to take a guess at what mod number 3 is?
Well, you're staring at a chicken, and I can only assume that chicken is both volatile and dangerous.
Oh, you would be very right. Because mod number 3 is explosive chickens.
Perfect.
I forgot to turn on God mode because I forgot it crashed.
You are singing a tune I have sung myself many times.
Eli, it's my understanding Explosive Chickens has a short description. Would you like to read it?
All right. Turn poultry into pipe bombs with this mod. Makes all chickens in-game explode on death with devastating results.
I would call that devastating. Don't worry, we'll get back to Explosive Chickens. That's not the end of showcasing it. But I realized again we're forgetting to rate as we go. So, Explosive Chickens, Eli. Keep it or no? I personally like it. It definitely makes our game more ridiculous, and that is kind of our goal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you couldn't already tell.
Although, I mean, I feel like the chicken shout would basically cover any need we have for that.
But what about when we just find a chicken in the world? If we do not have this mod, we could kill it and no explosion would take place. What a shame would that be?
I can tell that'll severely disappoint you.
Alright. As far as mod number 2, I'm actually going to leave it up to Seb, because if we keep familiar faces on the show, it's going to be his character following us around, so...
say familiar faces stays, personally. I think familiar faces, regardless of whether it's Kevin following you around or one of your other save characters following you around, I think familiar faces, you've got to have a partner in crime for this.
And what better partner than Kevin Van Nord? An experienced modder at that. It's my understanding that Kevin's the one that mods your game weekly.
Oh yeah, he does it.
You just comment on it.
Yeah, he doesn't provide any spoken word. It's a list of grunt sort of instructions. He basically dips his fist in ink and then punches paper, and that is his form of communication.
Alright, so mod number 4 is SJEL BLAD Castle. And if you would like to read the description, Eli, I'm going to try and find it. Less hard than I thought.
Soul Blade Castle in Norwegian is an expansive player home mod located just south of the Throat of the World with numerous character perks, including an armory, forge, barracks, humanoid companions, sanctuary, living quarters, vault, lair, creature companions, stables, mounts, waygates, teleport to major cities, and castle guards.
So this is the mod that Seb chose for this episode.
Yep. This mod I've seen twice now, because that was the first time I ever saw it ever, was in one of the episodes that we did. And it had a long way left to go, but we'd had it recommended to us, and so we had a look around, and the place was just so vast that we had to take a look. but then we put it in our top mods of 2013, and when we went back to visit it again, it had grown. So I've heard that since then it's grown even more, because I think we still didn't have the stables last time. So if it's at full size by now, I don't even know what to expect. This has got to be probably the biggest player home I've personally ever been in. So
Yeah.
I've always, when I go here, I sort of run backwards first, go back along the path, and then you can look at the sort of the entrance way, because when you fast travel, you skip this bit.
Yes.
And this, what we're looking at here, is new, is totally brand new. This was not here last time I used the game.
The skeleton dragon?
Outside. Yeah.
Spooky, scary.
Just the size of that castle, and also all the mist.
Oh, hey.
That
was...
denied. There you go. Run. I've personally been a big fan of toggle clip sprint through.
Yes. Oh my. I have something selected. Whatever I just had selected in my for my ref ID just got its collision toggled, and it's stuck off now because I never toggled it back on. Anyways.
That's actually answered a bunch of questions.
Oh my, I think I found out who it was.
Whoops. My usual bug fix for this is just wait 1 hour and see if he's figured his life out.
Oh, hey, he figured his life out. What do you know?
Yeah.
He managed to dig his way out from the center of this bridge without even leaving a hole.
This castle is so much more fleshed out than last time I was here.
Oh, I can't?
Oh, yeah, I remember this from last time. It invisible walls the hell out of it. Once again, I think you had something selected.
Oh, and once again, it was Kevin.
Oh,
Eli.
nice.
Eli, we're
Yes.
back to firing catapults at random things.
I think right now you're firing these at Iverstead if I know my Skyrim geography. Although the last one was. I don't know where this one's going.
Yeah, it did look like the last one was. This one, let's check our map. We appear to be pointing at Riverwood.
Perfect.
Oh my.
It's alright. Those chumps could use some terrorizing.
Yep, I have not terrorized them enough in this series. Kevin Van Nord would be ashamed.
So this, what definitely wasn't here last time. The stable had a big coming soon sign whapped on it last time I used this.
I don't see any horses, but there's lots of hay and stables. So if this is not the stables, I would be very confused.
Yeah. I'm going to assume this is the stables. Maybe you're required to provide your own horses.
Come to me, Shadowmeres. You can just hang out here. Those three can be trapped in their stable.
Perfect.
I'm not sure we have time to look through all of this.
Well, the thing is obscenely large, so I'm not surprised at all.
Alright, so while we go to the giant camp, SJEL Castle, Eli, keep it or no?
Well, I think you should look through it more.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit early to say, but I'm not sure how often we'll actually be visiting it, or even making use of it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Alright, so mod number 5, the one I've been keeping secret from both of you, is called Joke Arrows. This is sort of a bone I'm throwing you too, because you haven't, to the best of my knowledge, which I've seen all the episodes of your show at least once, you haven't showcased this mod, Joke Arrows.
I don't think so.
So this is sort of like a suggestion in personal video form.
Well, it's certainly a first, so I'll take it.
Essentially, there are arrows that shoot things that your bow should not shoot. You find them in Riverwood, which is why, if anyone noticed when I loaded the game, I was in Riverwood. The picture of it, which I'll put on screen now and post, is just a chicken killed by this first type of arrow. And I'd just like to point out that in the description, it says that no chickens were harmed in the making of this mod. Cough.
Yeah.
Because text coughs. Anyways, so this should shoot a sword at this mammoth. They're just kind of burying themselves. Oh, it's sticking through them on the other side.
I can definitely see a sword. I'm seeing a
there
sword.
it is.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try arrow type 2. So I should have equipped it by now. And...
Oh, boy.
oh, there we go.
What? What? You would have thought it would slow him down, but he's really taking that like a bit of a pro.
Well, mammoths are known for carrying large quantities of wooden carts on their heads. Arrow type number 3. This is why I was keeping it as a surprise for you, Eli. Do you remember when I first started making mods, Eli? I asked you what I should make for a mod, and you said I should make a crossbow bolt that just shoots a mammoth.
Did I really say that?
You did. That was almost 2 years ago, and for some reason I remember that. I'm sorry it's not a crossbow bolt, but...
Jesus.
God.
What? This isn't human.
You're right, it's mammoth.
This is how mammoth carry their young. At full size, on top of their heads.
Go, my mammoth! Space mammoth.
Yeah. I like to think that this weapon is both creating life and taking it in equal portions.
Very minimal damage, I think because they're based on iron arrows, and because I'm using a very weak bow.
Also probably because they're covered in nice, soft, downy fur.
What is happening? Oh, it's a giant wearing my mammoth.
I don't even know. Presumably, when you fire in one of these mystery arrows at the floor, you can just sort of run around going, collect mammoth, collect mammoth.
So there was actually a part of a mod last week that I didn't showcase. You see, our little Space Corps buddy.
I love this guy.
Apparently, you can launch him back into space.
Oh, really?
Irretrievable after that point. So I'm going to save so that I can get him back, because he's probably the best item in existence.
Definitely.
But the way I figure, there is no more surefire way to make sure this guy gets into space than with chickens.
That'll do it.
I actually made a batch for this, too. It's called it's Chicken Launcher. And what it does is it spawns in 100 chickens.
So tell me what would happen, unless the answer is crash the game, if you were to then shout at those chickens.
I haven't tried. The answer may very well be crash the game, but there's only one way to find out.
I think there is. Gee, it's working!
My game survived.
I cannot... Yeah.
As I stated before, I didn't want to show the Chicken's Wrath spell because of its tendency to crash the game until the end of the episode. We've already crashed twice anyways, we might as well.
Yeah.
First off, Eli, joke arrows. Hit or miss.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We need to keep those.
Yes, I will be shooting mammoths at all of my enemies. I might just spawn in some using console commands and give them to Kevin.
Yes, yeah. In fact, yeah, take all other arrows off him. Ban him from their use.
Here's the story behind this. Like I said, it's actually the result of a glitch. The original intent was to make a chain chickens spell that would effectively be like chain lightning, only shooting exploding chickens at people.
Well, so the chicken jumps from person to person?
Yeah, well, it would explode on someone and then shoot another chicken at the next person.
That is so great. That is so wonderful.
Oh. Oh, you wish to battle me, do you? You will face the chicken's wrath. Alright, so let's...
This is going to go poorly for him.
It will. So, if there's other people in the vicinity, it will still explode? Come on, I just want to... Oh, my. What on earth? Oh, God! Oh, God, I got mammoth! I got mammoth!
Someone found all of his mammoth arrows.
This is wonderful. I honestly believe there's only one proper way to end this episode. What with Seb here. I feel we should end it the way that Top 5 Skyrim mods ends it. Seb, what do you think are the likelihoods of it crashing if I were to spawn 100 Kevin VANNORD'S atop throne of the world with 100 chickens and use the chicken's might shout to blow it all to bits?
I don't know if there is a stronger word than guarantee, But if there is, that word.
Wonderful. Now let's do 300 chickens.
Oh, good lord. If they spawn, let alone explode, I will be amazed.
It seems to be lagging quite a bit. My frame rate has gone to 3.
3 is certainly low.
Well, I think it's time we use our shout.
Wow.
Oh
I
boy.
saw it. That is the most loud and loud.
This is it.
I think.
What you're looking at there is the face of oblivion.
Thanks for watching. You know where the like and subscribe buttons are. Just click them. Thanks for being on the show, Seb.
Thank you for inviting me. It's been quite the adventure.
It was certainly fun talking with you and blowing up armies of Kevin Van Nord. But tune in next week to see Eli and I tackle some alcohol mods, I think is next week. So, till then, sayonara, Shoga-Gun. Hey guys, it's Ginger Ninja 47. I just wanted to tell you that there's a lot of stuff that we recorded with Seb that was really great, but didn't make it into the video due to time constraints. So if you're interested in seeing that, all you have to do is click on that P that's up on the screen, and it'll bring you to the ShogaGames Patreon. You can also click the link in the description, or just go to your URL bar and type in patreon.com/ShogaGames. Pledge $1, and you'll be able to see the complete uncut footage from this recording session. So if that interests you, just click the P. I'll give you a few seconds.